Pope Francis, the highest religious leader of the 1.4 billion Catholics across the world, dies at the age of 88 on Easter Monday after suffering from various age-related ailments and being hospitalized for over a month, leaving the Vatican in shock. After 12 years as a spiritual leader of the Roman Catholic Church, his death leaves the highest post of the Vatican vacant, which needs to be filled through a long process. Now, before we start with the what, how, and when of the situation, let us first understand what does a pope do. The pope is the head of the Catholic Church. Roman Catholics believe he represents a direct link back to Jesus Christ. He is also considered a living successor to Saint Peter, who was chief among Christ's initial disciples, also known as the Apostles. This in return gives the Pope full autonomy and unhindered power over the entire Catholic Church and an important source of authority for roughly 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide. The Pope lives in the Vatican City, which is also the smallest independent state in the world. Francis will be the first Pope in more than a century to be buried inside the Vatican. Traditionally, a papal funeral has been an elaborate affair, but recently, Pope Francis made plans for a less complex method. Previously, pontiffs were buried in 3 nested coffins made with cypress, lead, and oak. But Pope Francis has opted for a simple wooden coffin lined with zinc. He has also scrapped the age-old tradition of placing the Pope's body on a raised platform. Instead, mourners will now be invited to pay their respects while his body remains in the coffin with the lid open. The new Pope is chosen by the Catholic Church's most senior officials, who are known as the College of Cardinals. There are currently 252 Catholic cardinals, 138 of whom are eligible to vote. The others are over the age of 80, which means they cannot take part in the election, although they can join in the debate who should be selected. During the time between the Pope's death and the election of his successor, the College of Cardinals governs the Church. The election is held in secrecy and under strict supervision inside the Sistine Chapel, famously painted by Michelangelo. The only clue about how the election is proceeding is the smoke that emerges twice a day from burning the cardinals' ballot papers. Black signals failure, and the traditional white smoke means the new pope has been chosen. After the white smoke goes up, the new pope normally appears within an hour on the balcony overlooking the St. Peter's Square. He will then be introduced by his chosen papal name, which may or may not be his original given name. Any Roman Catholic man who has been baptized can be considered for election to become pope. In practice, however, the cardinals prefer to select one of their own. With Apurva Adhikari for NDTV.